I am Joshua Roberts from the band Magnolia Park. Shout out to Good Things Pod for having me, and it's going to be a good time. Yeah.
Beautiful. Joshua, thanks for joining us tonight, brother.
Mm, Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So, Magnolia Park are headed to Australia to perform at the Good Things Festival starting in Melbourne on December 1st before hitting Sydney and Brisbane over consecutive days. So, I know she's still a fair way off, mate, but how are you feeling? It must be pretty exciting.
It's so exciting just to see the lineup and be a part of this legendary festival is amazing. It's amazing.
It also features a host of other bands, including Fallout Boy, Limp Bizkit, I Prevail, Bullet for My Valentine, Corey Taylor, Sepultura, Pennywise. We could go on all night, bro, but who are you most looking forward to playing with and why?
Oh man, it's between Fallout Boy and The Plot in You, just because both bands are just so amazing. Like we played with Stand Atlantic before, and we love watching them play. So it's gonna be awesome to see them again. And also Paris. Paris is this a fun band to watch. So it's gonna be a lot of good times for us, especially with the variety of the bands that are playing today. Well, on the festivals.
Yeah. One of the beautiful things about festivals like this is there's so many bands on the bill, and a lot of people catch up with bands, I guess, that they never would have otherwise seen or heard of. So, for the benefit of those going that haven't heard of Magnolia Park before, mate, give us a bit of an introduction to the band and tell them what to expect.
All right, so Magnolia Park is I would like to call us a hybrid pop punk style of band because we put so much fusion in different cultures and sounds in our music. We are very energetic. We Most of our songs are mainly about, like mental health problems and like, being broke on a Tuesday.
We all
So
know that one.
yeah. So it definitely has a little bit of everything in our music, and I think that people would like it if they, give us a chance.
And have you been out here before?
No, no, no. This should be our first time in Australia. Yeah.
So, what do you do with things like that, man? Like, do you do your homework and sort of find out what to expect and talk to people and see what you're coming into, or do you like to come in cold and just take it as it comes?
A little bit of both. Like I don't want to do too much research on the areas and then be like, all right, I want to see this, I want to see that. I'd rather just like kind of be in the moment sometimes. But I've definitely heard some good things about Australia, and I can't wait to experience it. And then just the culture alone and just the environment. I love to be there.
So, what are you expecting from us, mate? Have you got any expectations?
Oh man, no expectations. I want to keep everything wide open to all the possibilities, like every single possibility. If we can see any koalas or kangaroos, I'd love it. But who knows?
Okay, on the flip side of that, then what can we expect from you, my friend?
Oh man, energy, a lot of energy, a lot of running back and forth, a lot of good times, and good vibes, just all around.
So you sort of touched on this before we described the band, but your music features an interesting blend of hip hop, hard rock, pop punk, alternative pop. There's a lot of styles in there, mate. But how do you actually balance all of those in the creative process? Like, how do you know if you've gone too far with one thing or not far enough with another?
I think for us, we just love to create and push the boundary as much as we can. So, whenever it comes to our sounds, we're like, all right, cool. We have this foundation. Let's see how far we can push this foundation without breaking the foundation. So we kind of like go as far as you possibly can, and then we're like, all right, cool. This is it. This is where the line stops right here. So it's a very fine line, but we love the balance on it pretty well.
And you released two EPs at once last Friday in MoonEater and SoulEater. So I know they haven't been out long, man, but how's the early response been?
I mean, really good, really good for both EPs. I feel like everyone has a song that they've been latching on to from both EPs, which is what we wanted. So it's perfect the way how that's been coming out.
The two EPs differ musically, with MoonEater showcasing more of the rock metal side of the band and SoulEater featuring synthesizers and sort of poppier elements. So what was the reason behind releasing them together rather than spacing them out?
Um, just to show that like all the stuff that we have been working on, we've been working on something leading up to all of this, and we wanted to showcase like the kind of yin and yang of our musically and like in talent and stuff like that. So we wanted to be like, all right, cool. Let's just drop both at the same time and let's see what people like. Let's just get a really good feel for what people are wanting from Magnolia Park.
And we mentioned that both of them are sort of different a little bit musically. Like, which style would you say Magnolia Park's more comfortable to? Which one comes easier to you, and which one do you have to work at more?
Oh man, I think it's hard. It's hard because both styles have a certain place in our hearts to say which one fits more. Me personally, I love like just like the heavier style. I get to like let loose vocally a little bit more. But I think as a band, I think we love that trap beat element a lot whenever it comes to creating.
I was sort of touched on this, mate, but I want to elaborate a little bit. Like the press release says that the two EPs are Magnolia Park's way of showcasing the duality that exists within themselves. Like, how hard is that to do musically, mate? Like, you know, but everyone's got their own persona, their personality and stuff, but you're trying to bring out
Mm.
those different sides through music. Is that difficult?
It can be. It can be very difficult. But I think we've been making it work and managing. I mean, we have certain songs that like doesn't fit either side, and we end up either like doing them as like some solo stuff, or we end up doing it as like, or we just end up scrapping it or leaving it on the side. It's just more of what we love more, basically. It's like we have to like pick and choose, but we kind of go through it really well whenever it comes to just balancing it. We're like, all right, cool. We have a list of songs. We basically go through the tally method. Who likes this? Who likes this? Who likes this? Who likes this? And then kind of go that direction.
So, for fans that have been with you from the start, how do these two EPs differ musically from your debut album, Buckaroo's Revenge, that came out last year?
Oh man, so Baku's Revenge, I feel is more of a pop punk like traditional style with a little bit of trap beat. I think with these we kind of took the not really extremist approach, but like we definitely made sure that we had a lot going on in these sounds to make sure that people knew that hey, we were working on something even bigger than what we could have before.
So, Good Things isn't until December, mate. So, we've got a couple of months between now and then. So, what are you guys up to in that period?
So in October, we're doing a headliner tour in the US on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Gonna be probably dropping some more music, who knows?
Uh,
Um, and then just getting ready for good things.
Now, before we let you go, mate, we've started up 3 new Spotify playlists through Heavy. So, using your own songs, mate, give me a song for each of these. We got one for to get the party started. We got one playlist
Mhm.
to help save your marriage, and one playlist that could potentially end your marriage.
Ooh. Out of the three?
Yeah, all 3. So, one song of your own for each playlist.
Oh man. And I have to choose?
Yeah, man. This is your way of promoting your music.
So the song that can potentially end your marriage is definitely LOVE
Yeah.
for sure. Uh, a song that could save your marriage, Unholy Heart. And then what was the first one again?
I wanted to get the party started.
Want to get the party started. Blood Love.
Adlo?
Blood Love. Yeah.
Beautiful,
Yeah,
mate.
for
All
sure.
right. Joshua, well, thanks very much for your time, mate. Been an absolute pleasure getting to know you. Magnolia Park will be in Australia as part of Good Things Festival this December. But in the meantime, brother, you take care and we'll see you out of here.
I can't keep breathing. My world is sinking. You're leaving me out to dry. Do you ever feel alone? Like the sky can come crashing down anytime now, like a blanket on your throat. You're lost and wondering, flying on broken wings. Feel your words like ice in my head. I can't rest in silence, I dread. Feelings crushing, burning my chest. Think it's enough, I bled. I can't keep breathing. My world is sinking. You're leaving me out to dry. 'Cause I don't wanna go back. I don't wanna know that I can't. sky, what's the ceiling?